This is nothing compared to what Republicans have to deal with every single day on Capitol Hill. So Republicans, members of Congress, are constantly barraged by reporters who chase them into elevators, who harass them, who are funded by USAID in order to make their lives a living hell. And all you're doing is turning the tables and simply asking legitimate questions. This is a huge question. How did they all get so rich? Maxine Waters was named the most corrupt member of Congress. Elizabeth Warren is worth tens of millions of dollars. Nobody can figure out exactly why. So it seems completely and totally legitimate. Yet you're assaulted for this. There's a new sheriff in town, Nick. Ed Martin is the new D.C. district attorney appointed by President Trump. Have you considered reaching out to potentially file charges for assault against these Democrat members and their staff?
No, I think somebody definitely has to. But the issue that we have here is that I would have to go, as far as I'm aware, to the D.C. district attorney, the district of, the city of Washington, D.C. would have to be the ones to bring assault charges against these people. And the chances, there's not a snowball's chance in hell that would ever happen. There's a clear double standard here in Washington, D.C. But, Ed Martin's a good guy. He might just reach out and we'll just see. We'll see what his response is.
Well, it happened, the way that it works is it's his jurisdiction because it happened on federal property, and this is how they were able, the D.C. district attorney can charge anything that happens in Washington, D.C., and you were in Washington, D.C. And
beautiful.
So,
that's what I'll do right after this then.
Well, there we
go. We're getting places here on the Benny Show, man.
Don't take legal advice, but I'm telling you, this shouldn't be tolerated. You have a right. You have a right protected under the First Amendment to simply ask questions. And you weren't being violent, right? You weren't pushing or you weren't pushing or fighting anyone or punching anyone. They were punching.
No, I was the one taking the punches and taking the pushes. That was me. I wasn't blocking anybody. I wasn't. I'm not getting in their paths. I'm, simply trying to get an answer to a question. There's no aggression. The only aggression there is asking aggressive questions that they don't like.
Yeah, sure.
It's as simple as that. Ayanna Presley, you're talking about the FEMA situation. I asked her directly in a video that I'm about to post. I asked her if she condoned FEMA sending $59 million to house illegals in New York City while people in Western North Carolina have been living in tents for the past 4 months. And I got the death stare of a lifetime. It was like a ghetto death stare, Benny. You're going to see. I've never gotten that look from a congressperson before, but it's like a look of intimidation. Because, they think they're gods. These Democrat Congress people think they are gods, that they're untouchable and that nothing will ever happen to them. I'm here in D.C. now. I'm going to live here in D.C. and I'm going to do this on a routine basis. So they should be ready for it. Maybe I'll have to wear a mask like their masked minions so that they can't recognize me.